Yo guys, welcome back to King Oles, and yes, there was some big news that came out yesterday. Francis Ngannou is to return to MMA after the Anthony Joshua fight on March 8th to face the winner of Ryan Bader versus Ryan Vieira, obviously PFL versus Bellator. That big event's happening tomorrow night. Francis Ngannou to face the winner of that fight. He'll get big money out of that fight, of course. Fair play. Ngannou's doing all the right things here, money-wise, business-wise. He's doing a good job. But boxing, I made a video on it before. Boxing, it really needs AJ to win this fight, even more than boxing did before, in my opinion. Boxing needs AJ to win this badly. Obviously based off what Ngannou was able to do to Fury last time. It's embarrassing to boxing, really. And AJ needs to put it, AJ needs to put things right, in my opinion. But also, if Francis Ngannou ends up going back to MMA, what's going to happen then? And if he beats Anthony Joshua, if Francis Ngannou beats Anthony Joshua and goes back to MMA, what's going to happen then? It leaves the heavyweight division in a massive mess. It really does. The heavyweight division will be in an absolute mess if Francis Ngannou, if Francis Ngannou beats AJ and goes back to MMA, which he is. Do I think he'll beat AJ? No. I think we'll be all right. I think Anthony Joshua will win this fight, and I do think he can do it comfortably. There'll be so many people disagreeing. There will be loads of people disagreeing with that, but I feel like Francis Ngannou, I feel like he won't be able to deal with AJ. I feel like AJ will just overall be too much for him. And Fury's nothing like AJ. Fury and AJ have got two completely different styles. And I feel like Ngannou's going to have a lot more to think about with AJ, with his explosiveness and his unpredictability. I feel like Ngannou's going to have a lot to think about here, in my opinion. But back to the actual point, though. But look, basically, it's extremely bad for boxing if Ngannou wins this fight, but it makes it even worse that he's going back to MMA, and it leaves heavyweight boxing in an absolute state. What will happen if Ngannou wins? Because it's like Fury massively struggled with him, and I mean, I swear to God, even if Ngannou makes this fight close against AJ, then I feel like it's not a good look at all. It's ideal for boxing. Like if he even has a close fight against Anthony Joshua, which I don't think will happen, but if he does have a close fight against Anthony Joshua, then he goes back to MMA. I still feel like it's a bad look for boxing. We'll still need Ngannou around boxing, in my opinion. Because let's be real, it makes it look better instead of having, look at the PFL or Bellator World Champion, basically playing a massive part in the boxing heavyweight division, and taking two of the top three best heavyweights into real deep waters, and possibly beating one of them. And he arguably got robbed against Fury. So it's not good for boxing. MMA, you will have a lot of rights, bragging rights over boxing. And if Ngannou gets the win here or makes it close against AJ, and because AJ's job here is to prove that that Fury completely just didn't represent boxing in a good way whatsoever. I feel like AJ's got a point to prove to about a lot of things coming to this fight. AJ needs to prove that, he needs to prove that this whole Ngannou thing is a fluke, because let's be real, as much as I'm really happy for Francis Ngannou coming into boxing, doing his thing, making these money fights, which he deserves. But, boxing-wise, if you look at these guys like AJ, like Fury, who've been doing this for years, and then Francis Ngannou comes in, who hasn't had a boxing fight before, and he's being really competitive with these elite world-class guys. It's a horrible look. So AJ needs to have a point to prove, because let's be real, MMA fans have like bragging rights over boxing fans right now. Like, I'm a fan of both sports, but here I'm talking like from a boxing fan's perspective. If Ngannou, if Ngannou wins, oh, I forgot to go like say now. If Ngannou makes it close, then it's bad either way. Let's be real for both AJ and Fury. What I was going to say was, like AJ Fury doing it from a very long time. Ngannou hasn't had a boxing fight before, coming in and beating them when they're real top level guys, when he hasn't had a boxing fight before, it's not a good look. And I feel like it is great that Ngannou's being able to do this stuff. Fair play to him. But from a boxing fan perspective here, AJ needs to do the business, because it will look extremely bad on boxing if Ngannou's able to get the win here. It will look extremely bad. I mean, I've seen loads of people denying it, but it is. Ngannou coming in, hasn't had a pro boxing fight before. Well, obviously the Fury one, but he was actually able to. He arguably got robbed in that fight against Tyson Fury. If AJ needs to prove that this whole thing was a fluke, and AJ needs to get boxing's bragging rights back a bit here. Another point that AJ needs to prove is that he wants to prove he's better than Tyson, because a lot of people have been putting him down recently about that whole about him not being up there. But AJ, I feel like he proved himself a lot in that Warland fight as well, which is good to see. I've always thought that AJ and Fury is competitive, but there are many people out there who thought Fury would absolutely run through him, and people saying that AJ is tailor-made for Fury. I don't think that's true at all. AJ needs to prove that as a point. And, if AJ can get a statement win over Ngannou and compared to what Fury did, then, again, AJ, it's massive for him if he can. But look, AJ's got all the pressure on his shoulders, but AJ's fought with a lot of pressure on his shoulders before. Look, AJ's fighting with the whole boxing world on his shoulders right now, knowing he must win this fight. He must win this fight to make sure boxing gets put back into the right place. That's what AJ needs to do. And I do believe he will be able to do so. But yeah, I just feel like I don't get why Ngannou would return to MMA. If he beats AJ, what's the point of returning to MMA? I don't see the point in that. I mean, he might just go fight the winner of Ryan Bader and Fiera, and then possibly come right back to boxing. But who knows? I don't know. It's frustrating from a boxing fan perspective, really, isn't it? It is. But yeah, look, we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. But this certainly does make it interesting. It does make it interesting finding out this news, because it just makes me even more nervous for this fight. And, we need AJ to win. We need AJ to win. I mean, I'm a massive AJ fan, and I am more like, I do get nervous for AJ's fights, but I'm nervous for this one though, because we need him to prove a point. He's got a lot of pressure on him, and a point needs to be proved here. A point needs to be proved. It's going to be interesting to see, but yeah, can't wait. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.